In 2022, Fortnite competitive seemed like it was caught in a slow decline.
Whether I think it's going in the right direction and how long I think until it'll die.
Since the insane hype of the World Cup and a massive second win during COVID.
This was during COVID, all the lockdown stuff. Everyone was at home playing Fortnite.
Views were down. Big names retired or were fading, like Stretch, Mitro, and Benji Fishy.
I am officially quitting competitive Fortnite.
It felt like the excitement was slowly deflating out of the esport. To be clear, during this period, there were some awesome tournaments, great storylines, and rising stars. Still, the future was uncertain. But on May 24th, Fortnite announced the FNCS Global Invitational LAN in Raleigh, a tournament so epic it saved Fortnite competitive.
What is this?
At the time though, we knew just one thing: LANs were back.
We are back, baby.
And with them, international competition, the first since the World Cup. So we would see the best players from around the world going head to head for the first time in over 3 years.
I need that. We need that.
We would finally see NA and EU GOAT candidates go head to head, Bugha, Miro, and Epic Whale vs Queasy, Aqua and Tayson. World Cup veterans like Macwood, Mr. Savage, King, and Clix would continue to build their legacies. The rising stars who defined 2022, like Cold, Peterbot, Malabuka, Mustache, and Veno, would get their chance to prove themselves on an international stage, and many, many more incredible players. 2022 was packed with incredible storylines.
There is a lot of big storylines.
Bugha and Miro completed a three-peat to start the year, as they had both kept their hat in the GOAT debate ring. The three-peat that saved Bugha's career. Quezy won FNCS with Hen after a dramatic winning moment.
Solidify it. He has enough points already, but do it in style, my friend. The VR is just in your grasp. Hen as a solo against the world, and he wins the European FNCS.
Peterbot won with Byla, but continued to be dogged by cheating accusations.
Peterbot and Byla, officially your FNCS champions.
Veno won his first with Aqua,
It is 362.
with Mustache and Malabuka completing a meteoric rise to the top of EU, coming into the Invitational with a second and a fourth in back-to-back FNCSs. And the Invitational was not the first LAN of 2022. There was a DreamHack and the Gamers 8. If DreamHack Dallas was infamous,
which led to a fight breaking out on land,
DreamHack Sweden was foreshadowing, with Become Legends players placing first and second. In first, Setty, and in second, Cammy. At Gamers 8, a LAN in Saudi Arabia, a cross-region team won, Malabuka and Epic Whale. Slowly but surely, the hype was building, when Commandment did this to win his first FNCS after so many second places.
He needs 6 points! Oh my god. Mods pay out, the answer is no. Can he overpass Bugha? Please! Oh my god! No!
It kept building. In the air, in the water, and in their souls, true fans could feel it. Fortnite was starting to feel back.
I'm thinking I'm back.
But no one knew just how back it would be. So who were the players who brought it back? Since the whole lobby was stacked with legendary players, we're going to focus on the teams that defined this tournament. Going into the tournament, it was believed that NA and EU would completely dominate, but there were teams from other regions that showed up in a big way. In particular, Pegazzine, who had a 4-peat on Brazil across Chapter 2 and 3. He played with Kitos, and they had the hopes of a region on their back. One of the year's fastest rising stars, Cold, played with veteran player Scented.
Cold is disgusting.
Thomas HD and Trippern were looking to win FNCS, finally, and on the biggest stage possible. Cammy and Setty have been teammates since the very end of 2020, which is a rarity in competitive Fortnite.
That year, Cammy had made every FNCS finals, placing 5th in the duos, 11th in solo invitational, 36th in the solo finals, and 4th in Chapter 2 Season 4 trios. He'd also placed 4th in solo DreamHack in July and 6th in duos in November.
Having an incredible journey together with thrilling highs and devastating lows. In their first FNCS Grand Finals together, Chapter 2 Season 5, they were first after day 1, but it came apart on day 2 as they fell to 6th. If their first FNCS together was hard, their next would be devastating.
But next time when you win FNCS, you will remember this.
Beginning the season as one of the favorites, struggled in heats, missing grands by just 1 spot, going to the reboot round. Needing to win 1 out of 3 games, they placed 6th, 4th, and 2nd, which was exceptionally painful.
Don't worry, it's just one tournament.
Especially considering their expectations.
But next time when you win FNCS, you will remember this. And you will play better. You have a new chance in a couple of months. Don't worry. You're still the best. You're one of the best trios in the world.
In Season 7, they would bounce back with a 4th in Grand Finals. But it would be Season 8 Grand Finals, where they would paint a masterpiece.
Setty, Cammy and Setty have just been in scintillating form.
They play this game like a side scroller, keeping all the pressure on one side, so all 3 of them can stare at things as they chop down, but it's a surprise from Cammy all the way to low ground. He takes out Pro. The lethality's broken in half, split down the middle. It's going to be tough for the Spaniards, but so good for Setty, Teak, and Cammy overall. They push forward, have control of that low ground. High ground is still spraying, though, really putting down some pressure onto the backs. The overall build that Cammy has down to just 8. GB3 final situation. We'll see exactly what these guys can do. They can barely even look up top to see where the shots are coming from. Foxy still has control with Advise, and Edison all the way up there, but are the light switches on? Are they ready to actually go and drop down for this? There's so much space to work with. Which angle will come through first? Cammy looking over for the right side. They're still not going down for the all-in. Really utilizing this bridge, making sure they don't fall down. And at the play their game, got one instant 2 healing. Cammy's just too good, and Setty's there for the 3rd. Oh my, 300 points. They might just win the entire finals based off of this performance. The final 3v3 drops down. Koro absolutely desperate. A big trade happens on the bottom side. Teak is on a 1v1 by himself, and he wins those. Mwaka though has the beam. Can he make it go home? Can he live the dream? Here it is, the baits, the shots. It's not going to really come through. Defensive opportunities, it's kind of over. It's too overwhelming. Teak is there for the win.
Winning by almost 100 points. Going into 2022 with a lot of momentum. But they did not duo together immediately. Cammy played with Teak and Setty with Chapix.
The one you feed!
But in Season 2, things began to fall into place. They became a duo. Cammy joined Setty on Become Legends. They placed 5th in Grand Finals.
Then we had Setty and Cammy in 5th. Finally a team that wasn't dropping any of those 2 POIs at the Cammy split. They played really, really well, and they got tied points with Mustache and Malabuka.
And as mentioned above, they placed 1st and 2nd in DreamHack Sweden. And even though they finished 9th in Season 3 FNCS, they came into the Invitational as one of the most established and consistent duos. Battle-hardened through ups and downs, but they were not the favorite. That title belonged to the hottest team going into the tournament, Quezy and Veno.
Absolutely no surprise, the GOATs coming into this, Quezy and Veno. They're coming off the back of winning EU and NA East Elite Cup finals back-to-back.
Quezy had been one of the region's best players since early 2020 when he placed 2nd in duo FNCS with Trulex. Famous as one of Europe's premier IGLs and an avid hype player. Winning FNCS in Chapter 2 Season 6, and at the start of 2022, winning Chapter 3 Season 1 FNCS with Hen, putting him in rarefied air as a 2-time EU winner and giving him a credible path to GOAT status, especially by winning a World Championship. Veno, on the other hand, was in the midst of an epic rise, winning the Season 2 FNCS with Aqua while leading the tournament in eliminations and damage dealt.
Well, Veno was the best fragger in the lobby, no matter what measure you use. He had the most eliminations with 27,
making his case for the title of the best fragger in the world.
You know me.
Despite his success at this point in his career, he was most remembered for a missed shot. In 2021 Solo All-Star Grand Finals, he burst onto the scene, narrowly in first place going into the final game, just 3 points ahead of Tayson, leading to one of Fortnite's greatest games. That came down to a 1v1 between him and Tayson, one shot to win or lose FNCS.
Moving forward, forcing the placement, Tayson on all walls, but he sees everything through, finds it, a big matchup, Tayson takes them all!
Which he missed, and Tayson hit. For better or worse, this was the most famous moment of his career, and a World Championship would be much more memorable.
Quezy, Veno are trying to take it by force!
He and Quezy were dominating in the lead up to this tournament, winning back-to-back Elite Cups, including one on NA, where most of the Invitational lobby participated. So with $1 million in total prizing, the World Championship, and a ton of legacies on the line, let's sit back and enjoy one of Fortnite's greatest tournaments. Noah Riley takes out Epic Whale. Big names going after each other right away. Global lands are just different.
With Reach gonna fall first, Epic Whale's by himself, shots come in, Noah Riley wastes no time, they pounce in, and they're hunting now, Reach on the run, shots from the side, who will steal away this elimination here? Someone has to get it in there, it is, they close things up.
Tayson and Chapix go down to Jonas and Vadil. Tayson and Chapix would struggle this weekend, finishing in 32nd.
They split that drop spot, they weren't able to get the early damage, down goes Chapix, Tayson under pressure, HP getting dropped, and there he goes.
Clicks and Dukes cook a team.
Meanwhile, a single Elam already for Clicks on the other side, so they've survived the drop. A huge shot, Clicks finds the one. They're on to Intellect in the finish, two. Clicks and Duke managed to get 2 more eliminations.
Quezy and Veno take height to start endgame.
Take it aside, go for it. They land on top of Asia, and it's all or nothing now. Veno fights for it. The wall gets edited. It's not quite his. It's a battle on all fronts here. Can they win it off? And he does just enough. Veno and Quezy have managed to fight back for high ground.
But Cammy and Setty steal it.
Stabilize to figure out what's the next play.
Cammy and Setty find their way to the high ground. Down goes Clicks to the hands of Cammy. That's a huge one. Hello, Veno. You have to turn and run. Cammy wants to hear nothing about that.
Reigning Asia champions Zagu and Meram cook.
Our FNCS champions of Asia are still here. Down goes Pamstu as well. What a huge elimination here.
Veno goes down as a solo.
Try to find a siphon here, but no, he gets dropped.
As Cammy and Setty close out game 1.
There goes the Elam they were looking for. Just one player separates them, but Acorn will not survive. And Setty and Cammy take game number 1.
Quezy and Veno continue to push height at the start of each endgame, which would become a trend. Scented and Cold close out the game.
EU versus NAEs. This one is just a prolonged long game, but the damage is in from Cold.
And this is what we talked about. That wall, there's nothing you can do. It's all or nothing. Down goes Cold. Sets it's hurt too, but they have the angle. They're going to wait this one out just for a little bit and allow the zone to do the rest. Cold finds the one, and Scented finds the other. NA takes game number 2.
You look at that. The passion, the emotion coming out of Scented and Cold.
And the top 10 starts to take shape. Noah Riley and Bad Sniper take out Cammy and Setty.
Cammy, box to box, he's knocking on the door. He wants to finish this one off inside of Storm. Nobody really having HP to kind of regenerate, and Cammy and Setty go down.
But Quezy and Veno go down early too.
Plays Curse 2. He wants to make sure he gets one for Quezy, and Veno caught lacking.
Thomas HD takes out Booga.
Starts to sprint here, but no, he's hunted down and taken out back by Thomas HD.
As Joe and Zandy hold height, Zagu and Meram continue their hot start.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. You guys get to see some of those highlights right there as well. Just coming through, performing, playing these end games, and doing it in a way that not a single person on the internet that I follow expected. I can tell you that.
No, and that's exactly what I want to keep seeing, though. And I want to see also the TSM duo.
Scented goes down.
Put some respect on us. Scented is going to fall to EU Scram.
Zagu hangs on as a solo and tries for height.
E5 off. This is going to be huge. He's the only solo left in the world of duos.
Oh no, but he knows that's enemy build. He goes up, the side jump. He has enough. He takes high ground, but no. Zandy's here to back up on.
But Joe and Zandy close out the game.
There's just a sliver of HP, a little bit of shield, and it's not going to be enough. Joe and Zandy take game number 3.
EU claps back once again.
As Meram and Zagu move into a tie for first. Meram goes down to Vico. This would unfortunately stall the momentum of Asia's top team.
They have the Chili Chug Splash. They have the Mighty Monument. Oh, as no. Vico has an elimination onto Meram.
Quezy and Veno go down early too.
Champions, but hold up. Veno says we need some Elans, but no. He gets taken out, and Quezy, it's up to him, and he falls too.
Cold goes down, so Scented has to clutch.
Zone is taking him out. Cold goes down. It's all to Scented.
And it looks like Acorn and Edgy were just waiting for that wall to open up, and there it is. Acorn is the one who finds Cold, and Scented is now left to do it by himself.
Reigning NA champions Commandment and Avery take height.
Let's go to the low ground and wait for him to start taking the lead here. Now, usually we call Commandment the Mr. Clutch, and Commandment says, trust in me, I have this high ground on lock.
Malabuka, who has been quiet thus far, is cooking in endgame.
Flow with 7 Elans, he has not stopped picking up. Malabuka continues to fight though. Use Mystery is gonna fall there.
Getting to put on the pressure. Malabuka, 4 eliminations as a solo, 6 as a team. The damage continues, and he's putting on a show.
He doesn't stop. Down goes Rifty. 5 Eels. Can he get another? No, it's not enough.
Mr. Savage makes vintage 200 IQ plays.
3 of them are full duos right now, and Savage loses another one. He's a solo. He's trying to take down the NA West team. He takes down Yumi. Huge siphon coming through. Mr. Savage does it again and gets into the top 4.
You have to love the movement here.
Oh my
He
God!
finds another one. He does not stop. Setty might just be next. Savage is on fire.
Setty clutches placement points. Commandment and Avery clean up the lobby for the win.
More chance at first, and down goes Savage. Setty knows better, and it's a great game for Commandment and Avery.
A huge victory royale and a huge boost for the NA's champions of Chapter 3, Season 3.
And are fired up.
You obviously seem to be feeling great right now, man. What's going through your mind?
I don't even know, bro. My hands are tingling.
Cammy and Setty take the lead with Thomas HD and Trippern sneaking into second. Smite and Larson, who have been cooking Looter and Muzz off spawn, pickaxe him.
You continue to chase him right now. They are hot on his heels. They don't want to let these 2 points. They don't want to let that refresh. They don't want to let this elimination slip through. And right now, it is not, but that was an explosive ending. That one almost makes magic happen.
Smite says, you want a show? I'll give you a show.
Quezy and Veno, looking to bounce back, get an elimination.
Take it into your own hands. Take full control of that one. You can see he was just out of position. You cannot be out of position in a lobby like this.
Then Mixon and Artur take out Kitos, dealing a blow to Brazil's top team.
As well, this is between 2 teams, 2 powerhouses trying to land big shots. BH loses his teammate.
Cammy and Setty were innovative all tournament, and their shield bubble rotation is a great example.
A 500 head play. Look at the play right here. We absolutely love to see these crazy strategies play out, and there's a reason they are up at the top.
This is just outside of the box thinking at its finest.
But they go down early, putting first back up for grabs.
Pretty much a full elim worth of damage here. Oh no!
Quezy and Veno see their opportunity.
And they're showing us why they're up at the top right now. And they are taking advantage. A northwest zone is excellent for a team like Veno and Queasy. They find Anas down low. Veno and Queasy have the high ground. Queasy manages to crank his way on up, and that is what you call a well-executed launch pad play there.
That didn't permit them to get it, but now they showed why they are one of the fan favorites coming into this tournament to take it home.
Thomas HD makes a beautiful play before going down.
Is still here as well. Thomas HD wants more though. Down goes Groles, and they are closing the gap, but he loses his teammate. He's gonna fall.
Quezy and Veno clean up Scented, then Bevies for the win.
Now it is looking so dicey. Queasy is just waiting
for that perfect op. Do they have the high ground? They drop down low. The game is theirs after they take down Bevy. That is game number 5, sealed up by Veno and Queasy.
And retake first with Thomas and Trippern holding on to second. Pewterbot makes his first and only highlight play of the tournament. He would finish in 37th, not quite good enough to duck the cheating allegations.
Commandment and Avery were in 9th place. Day number 2, they had the comeback for the age to take the top spot as Pewterbot takes the elimination.
Muzz claps back after being pickaxed.
Leftover loot, that's gonna be a huge situation here. Meanwhile, Muzz and Looter. You get to see a replay here. Remember, this is up against Smite and Larson, and Muzz turns this around.
Refsguard steals height as a solo. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish between courage and desperation.
Refsguard on high ground by himself, just looking down here, enjoying the view, but 130 damage is what he needs. He gets 4 tags, that's great, but not enough. Here comes the big drop, and he hits it, okay.
But it gets taken back by Quezy and Veno.
He goes out, but Quezy and Veno are trying to go up. They're trying to take the game by storm, and they get it, Monster. They got the high ground for now.
Thomas and Trippern look to keep pace.
A huge amount of damage. He drops him down as well, but goes down altogether. Valiant effort by Vico.
Reet takes out Quezy, leaving Veno as a solo.
This threat is on high ground, but Reet is fighting back. Reet takes down Queasy.
And Cammy and Setty take out Veno and close out the day with a second win.
But a team looking to take first place back. Cammy and Setty, and they try to steal it away by getting that VR to end game 6.
fans could feel they would witness their dream scenario. Two phenomenal teams competing fiercely, each elevating their performance in response to the other. Larson and Smite take out Muzz and Looter and escalate their taunting.
Showing exactly how he's feeling right now, but there goes that first elimination. This is how Muzz went down. He's building in wood. The lack of resources right now. He got did up.
Now he has to break through. This is how a pro player turns things around. Larson comes from behind.
Quezy and Kitos take out a duo.
PHN, but PHN has all the pressure off of his shoulders, and he catches Spy in a fly trap there with a quick finish. And I can hear the Brazilian fans on the other side cheering for PHN and Kitos.
Going into endgame, each duo in the top 3 is up, but Cammy falls first, leaving Setty as a solo.
Inside while using the shield bubbles. Cammy though, caught slipping there.
As Thomas gets an elim, Trippern goes down.
Be alive right now, but they are staying up. Thomas, he does it again! True Lex with a huge refresh, and he is back in the game. It will come at the expense of Trippern falling though.
With, you guessed it, Quezy and Veno on height, as they close out the game and expand their lead.
Janice stuck up from behind. Quezy with a great follow-up, and oh my god, it was so close, but Quezy touches out in the end. EU, Veno, Quezy from first to another first.
Quezy and Veno go into endgame with height, but get pushed off by Tayson and Chapix.
Here, and the defense, it's Chapix, it's Tayson on height.
And Veno goes down.
Veno finds another on Robot Kebab before going down.
Trippern goes down, leaving second place up for grabs.
No team's gonna take it out, but no, he's hurt, and he goes down.
Miro gets taken out by Setty in one of his and Booga's first endgames.
Miro's down, 4 eliminations. This is where he needs to perform best.
Scented and Cold go down.
Trying to take the high ground, but a misstep by Cold and Scented as well.
Setty looks to clutch as many points as he can with the top 2 teams out, as Hen and Vortex, who began the day in 47th, win and continue an incredible day 2 pop-off that would see them finish the tournament in 6th place.
On EU, killed Hen, focus Vortex. It's not looking good, but it's looking great for Vortex and Hen, and they close out.
Straight to game 9, where Pegasine pushes Thomas HD, dealing a huge blow to his chances.
Already said in their interview, all they are here to do is make Brazil proud, and there's no way they're gonna let this one down, and they find Thomas HD.
Cammy and Setty farm Surge and Storm, using their excess heals, knowing they could utilize a balloon for an effortless rotation into the next zone. Pretty 200 IQ. Quezy and Veno take height again.
Quezy and Veno pressuring the lobby from the high ground.
They're looking so good doing it as well. Lucy and Hydra trying to get out, and no, swatted out the sky. It's over. It's a no-fly zone. 11 onto height. Savage demands respect, but Quezy said stop that. It shuts it all down.
But Cammy and Setty steal it.
High ground was taken away by Cammy and Setty.
As Quezy makes a play as a solo.
And they want to remain, but Quezy is still here. Don't count him out. Another set of points.
As Cammy and Setty close out a masterpiece of a game.
Is close out this game as Scented trying to take control, trying to fight for the high ground, but it's not enough. EU strikes again with Setty and Cammy taking their 3rd victory royale.
Quezy and Veno's lead is shrinking, going into a legendary game 10. As Cold reboots Scented, he gets pushed by FKS and Spy and produces a highlight clip.
Bravado Focus is just nearby. They will absolutely know there's a player at the reboot. The information was perfectly handed to them. They have everything they need to execute an ambush. There it is. Spy opens up, and now it's his time to shine here. It's his moment. This is the first fight we get to see him kick it off. I've watched him in creative. He is gross, but can he hit the shots when it matters most? Worst case scenario is a scrappy player like Spy and Focus here looking to fight back a huge 100. Cold puts down Focus though in a great fight, and Cold is 1v2ing here as he only has a little bit of loot set to find something in the distance, comes back to support, and he's here, and they turn it around.
Make some noise.
Quezy and Veno get height again in endgame. Tayson pushes them for it.
Thomas is now by himself.
They're trying to go for the high ground right now, but Chapix is shutting down. But Tayson's having to do it by himself. But
Veno hangs on.
Tayson trying to break into the box, but he goes down. Veno and Quezy will not be denied.
Quezy finally goes down.
But Quezy, no build to his name. 1v1 against Drew, but he gets taken down.
Cammy and Setty look to take the lead, but get taken out by NA's last hope, Scented and Cold.
Cammy will not be stopped as well. Thomas HD Setty goes down. Setty gets dropped, but Cammy knows he can't be the hero in this situation. He has to try to continue on without him.
And the game comes down to a 2v2. Dukes and Clicks take out Bevies and Vortexer.
A couple edits there, but no, doesn't hit the shot. Bevy is so quick, but not fast enough. You're going to get some of the best of great low tag here from Duke.
This is huge. This is huge for Duke and Clicks. They have the high ground right now, but for Bevy and Vortexers, taking out some big names already on the day, using these builds to try to keep that advantage. Duke, he's in a fray. He ends up on top. Clicks and Duke could take the game with Vortexers going down. Bevy outside of zone. He has the only chance right now, but he gets the down on the Duke. Clicks versus Bevy. He's trying to go for the heal, but Clicks takes the game.
In a 1v1 situation, Clicks does not let us down.
Going into Game 11, Quezy and Veno's lead continues to shrink, going into one of the most important games in the history of Fortnite. The game begins with Miro missing some uncharacteristic shots.
From taking a victory royale before things change, Miro finally starts to clap back, but what you're seeing is just the cold hands, unfortunately.
But Booga 1v2s.
But he's going to find this moment to breathe and stabilize before he goes at it again.
And it looks like we will see all of our faves start to have their moment here. Booga does need to, of course, finish it now, and he does. And there it is. They win back the drop. Talker Speedway swings back to Booga and Miro.
Smite absolutely cooks Muzz.
Smite was in top 5 before the last 2 games were pretty tough, and now he's fighting all the way, and he bucks him up and sends him right back to the lobby.
Cammy and Setty's incredible strategy is broken down, showing people can be productive working from home.
Look at this, Cammy emptying his entire inventory into the base that they've built on the top of this Cammy split area, on top of the balloon. And they're able to take damage now because, of course, they have those extra heals on standby. Or we can see just Cammy getting as much heals as possible, bringing it up into the top of that. And, of course, Setty is, meanwhile, while he's doing this, he's getting his tags. You can see on top of the balloon, if he does get tagged, as he did do earlier on, he can go all the way back down, use all of those heals that were inside of the base, and they don't have to waste any. So we're seeing them go into zone with 800-900 surge tags.
Quezy and Veno are in trouble, but Veno makes a huge play.
You know, in Quezy, it's on.
Taking that beast control, and what a piece it was. Big shots to be fired. Quezy drops down low, but they clean him up. 1, 2, 3, they are out.
As Cammy and Setty laser teams.
Sammy, Setty here has found it.
Quezy and Veno push height again.
They have done it, Monster. They have secured the high ground and taken it away from Kanata and Macwood.
Veno goes down, and Quezy has to clutch, but doesn't last long.
Kanata takes down Veno while he's at it, and just like that, Quezy is left by himself.
And Cammy and Setty take height, looking to steal the tournament.
Cammy and Setty are here. 6 eliminations now. Cammy and Setty know what to do here. They've been here before, and they have the resources to hold this one out.
This is going to come down to it. They could get their 4th victory royale. The only team going to stop them comes from NAEs trying to rise up, and it does look like they are out of builds.
But they find a little bit of loot here. Larson goes for the med kit. He's trying to get as much HP as possible. Setty now starting to run out of material on the high ground. This is it. It's going to come down to nothing or everything here. As he has no mask, great tag there, and a trade, an open exchange. It's not looking good for EU right now. Into the zone they go. Smite and Larson are down. Larson is by himself, and no! He turns and gets burned.
Cammy and Setty take their 4th victory royale.
And take first by 12 points. Given their consistency, Quezy and Veno would not only need to be great themselves, but need a bad game from Cammy and Setty.
It comes down to the last game. It's competitive.
As the trophy was readied, Game 12 and history was upon us. While everyone knew Game 12 was going to be incredible, no one could have imagined how iconic the game would be. As Quezy and Veno make the bold decision to land on Cammy and Setty.
That best drop at that time. What is this? What is this? Quezy, Veno are trying to take it by force.
You only win in one way, and that's taking that crown. Veno is here. Quezy is here. Down goes Setty. It's a big trade. It's a one-on-one. This has to be one of the most explosive head-to-heads we have ever seen. Veno has to get this thirst here. He knows now it means everything. We might as well seal this deal. Why wait?
Double shield going out. He's trying to bait it. He's trying to bait the revive so that way Cammy might peek. Breaks through the wall. Shot's gonna be fired! And they do it! Become Legends are on top!
Become Legends has officially managed to win the biggest fight of their careers. Cammy and Setty put it all on the table. And you know what? I absolutely respect Quezy and Veno for giving it that chance. The heart of that team is unlike any we have ever seen before. Cammy and Setty have done it. After showing them so much love, we have never seen a better head-to-head in person like that ever before. I don't even think we've had that in mind. That
they know
was
it.
Crazy.
They know it too.
They absolutely knew it.
The celebration coming out, the emotion,
wow,
the passion raining through.
In the wake of the madness, Mustache and Malibuca close out Game 12.
This one's gonna come down to a heel off. Does he have enough to take the game? Menmis coming out, 5 more splashes. He has so much time left in zone, but Malibuca and Mustache, they have splashes of their own. Acorn trying to put down the shots to try to minimize the effectiveness of it. They're still in zone. It looks like Acorn has run out of opportunity.
But Cammy and Setty win.
Number 12.
And just like that, the 12 games are over, but your champions of the FNCS Invitational are Setty and Cammy! Congratulations!
And give it up one more time for your FNCS Invitational champions, Setty and Cammy!
Congratulations! They have done it! An incredible weekend, an incredible opportunity, and they did not miss a beat.
How are you feeling being FNCS Invitational champions?
Very good. I have no words. We both worked so hard for this, and it's just an amazing moment. It's amazing. Like, I waited for it so much.
Quezy and Veno finishing in second and show class in defeat.
Let's hope there's no hard feelings there. We tried to make a play there. At the end of the day, they won.
Sentin and Cold finished in third. Thomas HD and Tripper in fourth. Pegazine and Kitos in fifth, with Hen and Vortex going from 40th on day 1 to 6th on day 2. This tournament was incredible.
He was special.
Down to the wire between 2 incredible teams, legacy defining for its players. But most importantly, this tournament almost single-handedly shifted the course of Fortnite competitive, proving the demand for global lands and building a fountain for the biggest storylines in 2023, like the redemption of Quezy and Veno.
And what do you know? Who wins the game? Quezy and Veno. At this point, there's been 8 games played, and 6 of them have been won by Quezy and Veno.
So today, in 2024, we are so back.
We are back, baby.
There is a Japanese proverb that says, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Knowing Fortnite competitive, this will be the mentality. It is still day 1. Like, sub, and check out our other videos.